This is a small video showcase for our paper StayStill, a large-scale 3D idle animation dataset. The main motivation of our paper is the lack of data to enable machine learning research in idle animation generation. Idle animations are crucial for virtual character believability, as they are animations that are played when the characters are not doing actions, just standing up. These animations have to be created manually or recorded using motion capture, which can be costly. Deep learning generation can be a cost-effective alternative, but currently there's no public idle animation dataset to work with. For that reason, in our paper, we present StayStill, a large-scale 3D motion capture dataset that collects nearly 6 hours of idle motion data. To the best of our knowledge, it is the first public motion capture dataset of idle animations. Because of this dataset aims to enable research on idle animation generation. We also take some first steps towards standardized evaluations with a numerical and a user-based evaluation pipeline. We openly provide all the data and code necessary to reproduce the evaluation process in order to help future efforts to carry out these kinds of evaluations. StayStill is recorded with a markerless motion capture system and contains 3 types of idle motions, all manually annotated and cleaned. It contains the recordings of 50 different subjects to ensure variability. First, it contains regular idle sequences. These are 2-minute-long sequences of subjects performing unconstrained idle animations. It also contains 2-minute-long sequences of people idling while using a phone. Finally, it contains 18 different actions related to idle movements, such as scratching body parts or looking around, among others. The data is provided in 2 BVH formats using 2 different skeletons, the skeletons from FreeMockup and LaFan1. In order to do the subjective evaluation, we also construct an idle animation generator based on motion in-betweening. These are some examples generated by the deep learning baseline method. We performed a user study with 118 participants, in which each of them was shown 20 pairs of videos, generated by 5 methods: the ground truth, the neural network, and 3 other baselines: slurp with a quadratic easing out, and ground truth with additive Gaussian noise. The results were used to create a ELO score-based ranking. These are some examples of the 5 methods. In conclusion, in this paper, we present an openly distributed StayStill, the first 3D large-scale idle animation dataset with 3 types of motion, 50 subjects, and 18 action classes, all manually cleaned and annotated. We also provide numerical and user-based evaluations to take some first steps to establish a benchmarking pipeline. We openly distribute all the code and data for the evaluation. Finally, we construct a deep learning baseline technique to generate idle motion based on motion in-betweening, and we also openly distribute the code and the model. We believe that these contributions will help enable future research in idle animation generation. Thank you for watching the video presentation.